Remember, we had shared a certain fable about life, like the fable of the sumo wrestler, the lighthouse, the winding path of diamonds, the roses, in the beginning of this series. Now, today, I'm going to talk about the part of the roses. Now, when God created you, remember in the book of Jeremiah, God tells Jeremiah that before I created you, I knew you, and He had plans for you to be great and not to be a failure. Now, in each and everything that you do in this life, there is the ultimate purpose of your life. Like, you have to figure out, why did God create you? And when I speak of the ultimate purpose of life today, I'm going to speak about the aspect of selflessly serving others. Now, William Blake says that everything that lives not alone, not for itself. You have to figure this out, that you're not living alone. Like, you're not alone in this world. There is you, there is your family, there is your friends, there is your co-workers, and each and every person. So just figure out that in this world, you are not alone. Now, your quality of your life will always come to the quality of your contribution. And each and every time I speak about this to anybody, I usually tell you that wherever you are, like, what value are you adding to the ecosystem? Are you there to add value, or are you there to deprive value from the ecosystem? Like, when you die, will people cry or will people celebrate? Like, there is this book written by Robin Sharma that says, "Who will cry when you die?" You have to figure this out, that your actions in this world right now will determine whether people will remember you positively or negatively. Always strive to live a better or a positive lane of activities, or a positive lane of events while you are living. Because when you die, you'll figure this out, that no, people will remember you for the best things or the good deeds that you did. In the Bible, in the New Testament, Jesus says that you need to serve others, and he served by an example of washing his disciples' feet. You have to know this, that you are not alone. You have to figure the world like this is not a personal entity, like this is a collective entity. When you are at the top of the ladder, you got to help people at the bottom of the ladder, and it does not mean even you are at the top. No matter which level of life that you are in, you still have that purpose, that goal, that you need to serve others. Now look, if you check the concept of these roses, when a hand touches the flowers and it hands them over to someone else, the fragrance still remains in the same hands that held the flowers. So the aspect is, this means that even if you give out to people, you'll not remain empty. Remember, the heart that gives too much receives much. So you have to give out to people, help people day in, day out. You may seem like, oh, like, why am I spending on people yet I'm not receiving anything back? But remember this, God works in mysterious ways. Each and every time I speak about this topic of giving or helping people out, I usually give you an example of one man in this country, the ambassador of good deeds. This is Mike Mbuvi Sonko. Like, if you check this man's life, this man is even beyond the president. Like, I've never seen a president who has action or who has done things like Mike Sonko has done. He's there to fight for the elderly. He's there to give out or to fund people to go get treatment. He's there to pay school fees for people. He's there to do, like, he's willing to give out. Now, it may seem like to people like Mike Sonko is not benefiting, but let me tell you one thing. God blesses people in various ways. Like, you may never know. Your business may never even get a problem. You'll be receiving income of customers day in, day out, simply because you have cultivated in your life the aspect of giving out to people. Look, there are so many children who lack homes. There are so many elderly who lack food. And even in your community or in your ecosystem, there are those people who lack food to eat during the evening, or they have a meal a day, and even some lack a place to sleep, and yet you have plenty of things in your home, some that you even pour outside, some that even they are just in the fridge, hadi ziharibike, then unakuja unazithrow away. What about the neighbor next door? Remember the story of Lazarus and the rich man. The rich man despised Lazarus. Then ukikuja kucheck your story baadaye, when Lazarus is in heaven and this man is in hell, is begging Lazarus to just give him a ton of water. Enough to figure out this thing in life, that the world is circular. Today you'll be on the top, tomorrow you'll be at the bottom. They usually say that climbing the ladder is easier or it's hard, but it usually takes discipline to maintain being at the top of the ladder. One of the discipline that maintains you remaining at the top of the ladder, how are you going to treat people around you with the wealth that you have acquired? Because if God blesses you, God expects you to bless other people in the same lineage. That leo nimekubless, now you, through the blessings that have blessed you, bless others. You need to adopt a new paradigm of purpose in life. Like, you know what, levels of how you see events of life, they're both internal and external. You have to figure out life on different perspectives. That leo niko hapa, kesho sitakuwa hapa, nitakuwa another level. what about mse mwenye atakuwa hapa? Na kuna wale wasenye ndio tufike place tuko, kuna wale wasenye ametu help tufike hapa. What about wale wenye wanataka kufika penye tuko? Life is a competition, but not everybody can be the best you. You are the only best person that you are. No matter how many people do what you do, they can never do it like you do. So kuna kuangana ile aspect that nikimsaidia hata kuja kunipita. Okay, you can never be better than your teacher, but you can go places that your teacher has not gone. You get it? But the thing is this, ukisaidia msee, it doesn't matter whether this person will be richer than you or will be prosperous than you. The thing is this, tenda mema, nenda zako. Each day in, each day out. You are in that position to support someone. Don't look at this like a burden. Help this person, because that is the ultimate purpose of life. They usually say when you are born, when you are crying, the world rejoiced. You get this? Now, when you die, the world should be crying when you are rejoicing. Now, this is ironical. But the fact is this. Kuna wale wase ukufa kwa village that mse amededi, but the area even does not remember if so and so died. And sometimes in the village, you find like parents tell their kids, you know what, when you grow up, just be like so and so. Now ask yourself this, does your action or do your actions right now build that thing that when you are no more or when you are that old age, parents will be advising their kids like, you know what, I want you to be like so and so. He was a very nice man in this society. He used to give, he used to help out. There is this song that Michael Jackson sang, Heal the World. And there is this line that he says, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Now, this is the thing. No matter whether you are black or you are white, we are all one people. Like, God created us all in his own image and likeness. The difference is maybe I found myself in the tropical area of the world and you find yourself in the Arctic part of the world. But that does not mean you are different, because number one, we have the same lateral skin. Number two, we all have the same heart. Number three, we have the same mind. Like the difference is our IQ, our intellectual quotient, whereby you may be thinking fast or I may be thinking faster than you. That is the difference. But everything else, we are equal. We have 2 hands, you don't have 4 hands. So we are all equals. So when making the world a better place for you, for me, and the entire human race, it means that it's not about me. It's about me, about the person seated next to me, about the person living next to me, and about the person who is living in another country in the same continent, and another person living in another continent in the same world. So each day in, each day out, when you're living your ultimate purpose in life, remember this, that you need to be serving people and not serving yourself. And there are these special gifts that each and every human being has, and I'll tell you, the first gift that you have is the abundance of mental ability. Now, if man was created in the image and likeness of God, it means that our mind also is the same mind like God's mind. The difference is that God's mind is superior to ours, or is more powerful than ours. But now this is what you need to know, that our minds also are so powerful compared to God's mind. That's why when God told Adam, name all animals and plants in the world. Have you ever sat down and wondered if Adam was able to name all these animals bila kusahau hadi moja? How comes? What was the power of Adam's brain before Adam sinned? You know, when we sinned is the time when God now limited some of our capabilities. But let me tell you something, there is nothing that is impossible. You can override these things. Now, you have to work on your mental abilities, you have to work on your mental capabilities, because everything you see in this world begins in the mind. I usually tell people this, that everything that you see around you, ilianza kwa akili ya msee. Even the watch that I've worn, this is something that was in someone's brain, then it was formulated into this. So you have that dream in your mind. Cultivate your mind, work on your mind. Like re-edit your mind, update. That thing is like an app. Update it day in, day out. Fill it with the positivity. In that, you'll be creating new ideas day in, day out. Remember, the book of Proverbs says that as a man thinketh, so he is. So your mental ability should be something so strong to see to it that this world is not just mine alone. Like, I need to work out to see that how can I solve the issue of global warming? When you solve the issue of global warming, you have not only served yourself, but you've also served the entire world. You get it? So you have to work on your mind. There are some things that for you to figure out in your mind, you have to figure out how you work on your mind, what you feed your mind, because your mind is like a flash disk. Whatever you store in it stays. Figure this out. Like, you are a Form 4 student, you want to sit for exams, you have a flash disk that should be carrying academic stuff, but your flash disk is full of movies, Fast X, Extraction 2, you have got there American Odyssey, you have Citadel, like it's full of movies, you get it, instead of being full of academic material. So the question is, will this flash disk help you again what you want? So fill your mind with things that will help you transform the world into a better thing that will be a very best place for everyone to live. The second special gift that you have is boundless energy. Imagine unamkanga asubuhi, you can be able to walk, you can hit the gym and lift 10 pounds of like heavy weight. Like, figure this out. Like, you have boundless energy, una work the whole day. Yeah, you feel tired, but you still have that energy, that urge in you, man, just to complete this task. You have boundless energy to do extraordinary things in this world. When you put your energy together with your mental ability, you'll actually drive out something that is so superior in this world. Like, nobody has ever pulled that out. So you have to really work that. The energy you have, don't use it on the negative, use it on the positive. Use it to transform the world from this level to the next level and to the other level, because day in, day out, you need to be working out to see that the world you are living in is a better, bigger place. Like, you are proud of whatever you are adding to the ecosystem. Like, you need to check this out. How do these successful people who are busy helping out people in outside this world feel? Like, msa akienda kulala sema manze, today I've touched the hearts of around 300 people by doing what? By just eradicating this thing that could have destroyed the entire world. You get it? People are out here saving the world. So be that person to take that bold step into saving the world, like day in, day out, because nobody's gonna do that for you. So the second special gift that any human being has is boundless energy. So focus your energy on the positivity and not on the negativity. Let your energy be something to drive greatness and not to drive what? Failure and weaknesses. The third thing that you have is unlimited creativity. Like, your mind, when you sit, imagine hizo dreams zote unakuanga nazo, those goals, those things that you wish to achieve. When you just sit there in your mind, like, you close your eyes, you are meditating, and your mind is like coming up with ideas and ideas here, ideas there, ideas that if you put on paper and you find the right channel to work them out, these ideas will pull so much for you. So I was figuring this out. If Adam was so creative to name all the animals, like, he never repeated even a single name. He called this the lion, he called this the elephant, he called this the hyena, he called this the cheetah, the leopard, and he never repeated a name, not a single name. How creative was he? So you have an unlimited creativity. You can pull literally anything. And creativity does not only immerse on the ideas of your brain or thinking about innovations and stuff. You are in academic field, like, you have graduated, be creative with the knowledge that you have. For instance, I usually tell people, we usually complain there is no work, but figure this out. Sometimes I sit down and I'm like, oh, we are around 13.7 million unemployed youth in Kenya. And if you check, there are around 5 million jobs. So with 5 million and there are 13 million, so there is still an influx. So with the unlimited creativity that I have, there are gifts that God gave me, those deposits that God placed in my life. So just tap them out through your brain, like, God, what did you put in me that I can do? So when you tap that out, convert the gift that God placed in your life into being a source of income for your life. You get that? This is how it works. You are creative, yeah. You have done education, for instance, yeah. So in the next 10 years, if you study, there are 10 businesses that will transform Africa. I'll be discussing those 10 ideas that will be making it big in the next 10 years with you in the next series of discussion. But there is one, virtual education. Virtual education, if you check where the world is going, you check the rate of technology, you have to dive and swim with the waves of technology. So it means that at some point, hakutakuwa na need ya mwalimu kwendanga class. I remember when I was in Form 1, Form 2, our teachers could tell us, imagine we could not be coming to class, tungekuwa tu na staff room, then there are speakers or there is a screen in class, and I can monitor what you guys are doing, and you can see me, then I teach you from my home. Like, are you seeing this advancement in technology? So this is something that you need to sit down and be creative about it, whereby if this is where the technology is heading, then it means that this is where we are heading. So right now I'm a teacher, but this teaching can end anytime. You get it? So if technology comes, am I able to fit in this? So you are creative in this way. You start creating podcasts on YouTube. TikTok, Facebook, whereby you are teaching people various things in accordance to your profession. Are you an English teacher? You start teaching people how to speak English using YouTube, using TikTok. Like, make your TikTok be an app whereby it is full of positive content rather than negative. Make your YouTube be a place where people can come to get information. Now figure this out. We are getting out of a world of providing services into a world of providing information. What do you have that the world needs? And when you provide this information, I'm telling you, you'll be serving others. So you'll be living your ultimate purpose in life, like literally, because you are sharing the information gets someone else. This person changes his life because of the information he did what you shared. For example, people are doing medicine. There is something called e-prescription, like virtual doctrine, whereby I don't need to go to hospital. You are there online to just listen to a patient. Like, you can create a podcast whereby your work is to listen to patients. They tell you, I feel this, my head is aching, I feel like this. So if it's something that it needs physical attendance to the hospital, you recommend them, like, you know what, visit the hospital. But if it's something that you can recommend a drug or a medicine simply because you have studied medicine, you can tell them, okay, in this and this, since this is how you feel, okay, take this medicine or take this or do this, do that. That's what people are doing. Like, this is where the world is heading to, like, literally in the field of technology. With technology coming up, like, literally everything is gonna change. So you have to be creative, whereby you'll be giving whatever you have to serve the needs of others. For instance, go to YouTube and search a lady called Susan Wanjiku. She was employed, then she lost her job. Then she figured out, I have information on how people can manage their finances, on how people can do budgeting, on how people can do investment. Now she's on YouTube sharing the information. Now, it may take around 3-4 months, but you'll figure out that in not more than a year or not less than 6 months, people will support you and you'll start making money, whereby people come to consult you. Those people who have done Kiswahili, for instance, kuna wa Chinese wengi sana wanakujanga Kenya, and they're like, so many Europeans, they're like, you know what, I want to learn Swahili. And you are there, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you're teaching people to speak fluent Swahili. And someone sees and they're like, can you teach me Swahili? So as a young person right now, you need to be creative and innovative. Like, literally, you have everything. So you have just to use whatever you have to serve those that are around you. Si lazima ukuwe na do like Mike Sonko. You don't have to be rich like Mike Sonko for you to serve others. No matter the position you are in, with the knowledge you have, with the little knowledge that you have, you can be serving people out here and making the world a better place to live. You need to know this. You should stop viewing this world as an individual and start viewing this world as a collective. When you view this world as a collective, you'll figure out that it is not all about you. It is about you and those around you. So start working for the people who are around you. Now, lastly, you need to know this, by elevating the lives of others, your life reaches its highest dimensions. The more you work on helping others, the more you receive. Now, people will be seeing you prosper. You'll not be able to understand how you are prospering, but you'll be prospering because God's grace is upon you for you to prosper. And why are you prospering? It's because your heart is willing to give. You are just giving. You're giving. So when you give much, you receive much. So it is always nipe nikupe. But ukihold, you won't receive anything. But when you give, when you open your hands to give, your hands will be open to receive. You get it? So cultivate that thing of usually giving, be it information, be it help, be it aid, be it advice, like literally anything. Kuna hasa mmefanya psychology. You can just create a podcast whereby you advise people on how to handle mental stress and stuff, because people are going through a lot of issues in this world. So in that field that you are, like, be creative. I've told you I'll come discuss with you the 10 things that will transform Africa in the next around 10 years. And it is you to right now to start working with it, because Vision 2030, guys, it's real. That is just something you need to figure out. The late Mwai Kibaki had a vision. And let me tell you something. Mwai Kibaki's vision is the ultimate prize. Take time, go to Google and search the Vision 2030. There is that document. Go read it. You'll figure out that in the next Vision 2030, we are now 2023. It means that it is around 7 years to 2030. So in the next 7 years, what are you going to do to change your world? Look, cultivate richer relationships. Richer relationships, this is what I mean. Your network is your net worth. You are a total sum of the people you spend time with. Cultivate a circle of relationships whereby you can benefit. You can learn from this person, you can learn from the other. But look, if you are the only intelligent person in the group that you are in, then you are in the wrong circle. Start working in the circles where you fit, because if you work with 5 millionaires, be sure you'll be the 6th. If you work with 5 idiots, be sure you'll be the 6th idiot. So cultivate richer relationships, because these richer relationships, if you work with the king, you'll become the next king. So when you work with people who are successful, you'll also be successful. They'll not give you money. You get it? They'll not give you money, but they'll give you ideas on how you'll make money. That's the first thing that these people do. It will take time. Itapata siku ya kwanza you're working with the governor and people are like, you know what, Derek, you work with the governor, so you need to be rich. But it will take time, because the governor will be teaching you on how to maneuver around. He'll be giving you jobs, tenders here and there for you to just make a living. They'll not give you that bulk sum of money, but they'll give you ideas on how to make money. The second thing is give to those who ask. Even the Bible says, knock and it shall be given to you, seek and you'll find. So as a young person, be ready to, hizi conferences zikitengenezwa, attend the conference, greet someone you have never met, like crash a deal, crack a conversation, make a relationship, get the number, start the conversation, because the more you speak to people of what you do, the more people know of what you do. And when the more the people know of what you do, the more people will be able to recommend you to other levels, whereby whatever you do is in line to what people need in that area. Now, in this world, you need to know this. Like, you may not be able to be speaking to people about what you do. Kuna wale wasenye mko shy. But if you're in the place or you're able to help people, then just create a platform where people can help themselves. You need to figure this out. Like, in this world, literally, it's not about you. It's about the entire circle of the world that you are living in. So if you are there, give to people. If you are here, you need to ask to be given. Always look for a mentor. And when looking for a mentor, don't go to a mentor to look for money. Go to a mentor to look for an advice. Go to a mentor, like, find something that you can add to that person, and don't go there to take. As a young person, just learn this. Add value, and then people who have value will be attracted to the value that you are adding in each and every person's life. So strive to live the ultimate purpose of the life that God created you to live in this world. I'm Mwavali Derek. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe. Now, there is a lot of topics coming up. From here, we'll be discuss the last part of the Fable, which is the winding path of diamonds. Then from there, we'll start the 10 businesses that will transform Africa, from real estate to virtual education. Till we meet again, have a nice time.